everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is your weekly tarot reading for the week of December 17th through the 23rd, 2023. These weekly readings, if you're not familiar with my channel, are just a way for me to get an energetic look to see what's happening for all of us for the week ahead. So let's go ahead and get the reading started. I have the Hidden Realms Tarot that I will be using for you. So let's take a look, see what the week ahead, December 17th through the 23rd, 2023 will bring to us all. So let's see. I'm going to start with 3 cards. Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords. Interesting. The High Priestess. Whoa, okay, that's very interesting. And the Ace of Wands. All right, so what that 7 of Swords and the High Priestess gave me right away, and if I need more cards, I'll grab off to the side. But what it gave me right away was the feeling of there's something that's happening behind the scenes, because 7 of Swords can be that. It can read as sometimes sneaky, mischievous energy, things that are kind of tiptoeing around you behind the scenes. And it also could be you doing that too. So let's just throw it out there. But there's something that is kind of happening behind the scenes in some way. Especially with the High Priestess, because her energy represents the hidden, the unknown realms. She also represents secrets and things that are yet to be revealed. She's also intuition and the connection we have with our divine inner being and the understanding that we have in those subconscious realms. So what these 2 cards as a combination are basically saying for me is that there's something hidden that you can't quite see yet. It could be others around you that are maybe keeping something low-key from you. And for whatever reason, this is reminding me of the previous week's message. So you might want to go watch that one, just as a heads up. But it kind of feels like there's a little bit of a repeat of that same message, but with different cards. There's a hidden aspect, but the Ace of Wands is giving us the green light. So it could also be that this week you get the go-ahead, you get the green light to pursue something that maybe you were hesitant to take action on, or with the 7 of Swords that you didn't quite have the perfected strategy to begin or to pursue. But I do feel that the High Priestess receives what she needs, perhaps in a way that gets downloaded to her via the dream state or intuition. So you could expect that as well. Maybe expect that this week that your dreams are very lively, but in the dream state or in the meditative state or in a time where you're, let's just say, focusing on something that you enjoy, that puts you in a meditative state even, that in those spaces, the insight and the messages come through. They get downloaded, or you receive them, or your higher self connects to them where you need to, or maybe you receive them in the astral plane. Do you see? But it's those things that were kind of hovering around you that you weren't quite picking up the vibe on. And it finally comes through, and it's like Ace of Wands, a flash of inspiration. The divine spark gets lit, and it gives you the green light to open the door for yourself to take a step in a certain direction and to, right, pursue something new. 7 of Swords can talk about the unconventional. It can talk about things that are unorthodox. Can also talk about things that you've been avoiding, or maybe somebody's been avoiding something with you. But I do feel that the High Priestess is doing her work to come through to reveal it to you, but on a very subconscious, intuitive level, that it then makes you aware of it. But even so, it helps you to take action, Ace of Wands. Okay, so I see a couple scenarios. For some of you, I feel like this is a goal. A goal where with the 7 of Swords, you just didn't have the right strategy. You didn't know how to go about it. You were waiting for the answers. You were waiting for the know-how. Maybe you were subconsciously afraid to take the risk, because the Seven of Swords can be that energy where you're about to grab an opportunity or seize an opportunity, but you're almost afraid to because it seems too good to be true. It's presented in a way that is very unorthodox, unconventional. It's like, how are those swords out there for the taking in broad daylight with no one around? And I need them for my enemy, or I need them for my soldiers, and the enemy has left them out in the open for the taking. So again, opportunistic. There's an opportunity that gets presented in an unconventional way, possibly for some of you as well, and you were maybe hesitant to reach out for it or pursue it. And here's that opportunity presented again. Do you trust your intuition and go for it? I think with the Ace of Wands, you probably do. On the other hand, if it's not an opportunity that shows up kind of randomly and seems too good to be true and is requiring you to trust yourself to pursue it, well, this is you probably not having the right strategy to go about it, or avoiding taking the leap or beginning the project or pursuing the goal, maybe just out of self-sabotage, possibly, maybe not trusting your intuition to do it. But I also feel like this is the week where you just say to hell with it and go with your gut. Right here. Go with your gut. Because here's the green light, and here's your intuition telling you to just take the risk with the Seven of Swords that you've been avoiding taking. For some, and this could be an idea, a creative project, right? With the Ace of Wands, for sure. But it does feel kind of like with the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands, it feels like this week there's a nudge, a big nudge from the universe in some way that speaks to your higher self, your intuition, and speaks to you on a deeper level, and you're just going to have to trust yourself. Maybe with the Seven of Swords, face your fear, take the risk, don't let self-sabotage get in the way is the advice. Opportunities, open doors like this of opportunity, don't stay open forever. So there is, with the Seven of Swords, a requirement almost like you seize it in the moment, right? Because it's that kind of card. It has to seize the opportunity in the moment, even though it's very unconventional. But at the end of the day, if it helps you arrive where you need to be, sometimes it is worth taking a risk. Also, let's go back to the idea that there could be something kind of hidden behind the scenes this week that also, likewise, your intuition brings to your attention. And then suddenly you know what you didn't know. Suddenly you know what you needed to know. Suddenly you understand what didn't make sense before. There does feel like a revelation of some kind. Light bulbs go off in the head with that Ace of Wands. It's like piecing two things together, and one and one makes two, and it's finally computing for you this week. Because I feel like with the Seven of Swords, it might have kind of tiptoed around your awareness. And then the High Priestess brings it to light. But it gets revealed to you on a very metaphysical, subconscious level. And then the subconscious, what was subconscious, gets brought to the conscious awareness, I feel, with the Ace of Wands. Because that's the fire that gets lit. It's the initiation of something. So it is a big, bright idea, a big, bright knowing of some sort. Possibly the pursuit of a passion or endeavor or goal for some of you, something creative possibly. But just expect that what was kind of working around or tiptoeing around you behind the scenes, expect for your intuition, I feel, with these cards, to pick up on it in a very big way. So intuition is speaking loud and clear with the High Priestess. We also have the number 2 of the High Priestess, which speaks of balance and alignment. Obviously, you have to be in a position of alignment within yourself to even be able to receive the intuitive messages that she's trying to reveal. But that Ace of Wands is definitely coming through with it loud and clear. There's also some form of growth taking place with that Ace of Wands. Again, it's the initiation or beginning of something, open door. It's brand new energy. It's brand new growth in some way. So it could also, with the Seven of Wands, or I'm sorry, Seven of Swords, something that was kind of, again, hidden aspects with these two cards, is now starting to show signs of growth, signs of action or life or momentum. For some of you this week, it could be that there's something you've been working on and nothing was really, it's like crickets. This is a feeling this is giving me. Seven of Swords, High Priestess, it's like you've been doing the work towards a goal or a project or something and it's just been crickets. Quiet. No action, nothing showing for itself. And then suddenly, Ace of Wands, this week, you get a bite. It's like sitting out there fishing on the lake. And you've been sitting there, you've been putting the time, the energy, the patience to sit there and wait for your catch. You've been doing it for a while, faithfully, loyally. You've been sticking to it. And you've allowed, maybe even with the Seven of Swords, for some fear to kick in, or little nagging thoughts, because it's a sword energy, right? Come through to kind of put you in that mindset of self-sabotage or bog you down with intrusive thinking. But all the while, you're sitting there faithfully, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, despite the intrusive thoughts towards the desired outcome. You've been sitting there faithfully waiting with the line in the water the whole time. And then suddenly, Ace of Wands, you get a bite. You realize, oh shoot, you get a little bit of a breakthrough to come through for you to show you that all your patience, your wait, every time you struggled in your own head about following through, you showed up, and now it's finally here. So I know that was a broad analogy, but it does feel like something is showing up for you this week. Likewise, if there were things that you didn't know that were happening behind the scenes, your intuition tips you off. And like a torch through the night, Ace of Wands would be the torch. It shows you, right? It puts light on what was hidden. You know, Seven of Swords could definitely be other people. Not saying they're sneakily doing something bad or nefarious behind your back or anything like that, but there's a hidden aspect. Your intuition's picking up on maybe some behaviors of other people, and then the Ace of Wands comes through and reveals what you couldn't see with the High Priestess Moon energy. Interesting. Okay, so let's see if we can grab a few cards. This reading does have a few scenarios, and I hope I did my best to touch on each of them because there were a lot. Okay, what do we have? Okay, so we have the boy energy. Okay, wow, the scourge, that's interesting. And the coin. Whew, okay, that's that's wild. The boy energy can definitely talk about someone, but it can definitely speak of, you know, curiousness, being curious, right? And especially if something has been, again, if your intuition is picking up on something and you're kind of, you get the vibe, that's the curiosity, right? It's almost like the curiosity, what is it? Killed the cat and satisfaction brought it back. Well, the Ace of Wands would be, to me, the satisfaction, bringing it back in some way. But I digress. The boy energy can talk about curiosity, and it can talk about excitement, enthusiasm, playful energy, and it's almost like we have to embody that childlike state and get back to that energy of just staying neutral, being curious, right? Just living in the moment. And it does feel like you're picking up on the vibe of something over here. And I think that boy energy is just asking you to stay neutral. Just, don't take anything too serious right now. Just be the neutral observer. Just be curious in the moment. Don't put any negativity or negative thoughts toward it, because children, their first instinct is not to do that, right? It's us as adults that we grow jaded, and then we think the worst. Like I was saying with the Seven of Swords, those are intrusive thoughts sometimes. Us being afraid to take a risk in that way. Then we have the Scourge energy. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, the Scourge is all about being hard on oneself, okay? It can talk about, look at it. It's a whip and, I guess, whips and chains and all that stuff, right? But it can talk about things that are extreme. And it can talk about the way that we self-sabotage, yes, and punish ourselves, if you want to go back to the Seven of Swords energy that way. It's like paying I guess, is the word penance? Is that what it is? Right? I think that's the word. Anyway, before I get hung up on that. But it's about definitely being too hard on oneself. And it could be that maybe you don't trust yourself. Maybe that's one way of being hard on yourself, is not really, with the Seven of Swords, giving yourself enough credit, right? In that way. It could also talk about discipline and the extremes that we go through in that way, when we are too hard on ourselves. So it's almost like saying, stop being so hard on yourself and just start taking life a little less seriously. What is there to lose? Especially if you've been hesitant with the Seven of Swords, tiptoeing around beginning something. There's something to gain with the coin energy from pursuing this. I think you have to go back into the mind of a child where anything is possible. Stay playful, lighthearted. Don't take life too seriously. Don't be hard on yourself over here. This also can talk about discipline. So again, sometimes we have to take disciplined action once we've decided this is what we're going to do. But there is, with the coin energy, definitely something tangible. Think of the pentacle, right? Something tangible to gain from pursuing, right, a goal or a project, or taking the first step in the direction of something. So I honestly feel like this Seven of Swords is talking about self-sabotage and doubt, and the way that we can beat ourselves up, right, with that. And we have to go back into the mind of a child, of like, where anything's possible. The imagination is expansive, and we have to just approach things with a playful heart in that way. That coin is definitely indicating that if you were to trust your intuition and pursue something, if you were avoiding taking action, if you were not taking the risk because maybe you weren't trusting yourself to do it, this reading is saying this is the week where you let all that go and maybe approach it with a more playful mindset and take the first step. You take the first action in the direction of it, because your intuition is going to show you something that you need to know. Maybe the High Priestess energy will come through and reveal it to you in a metaphysical way. Maybe, like I said, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the messages that you receive or get downloaded to you, because it's going to reveal something to you, but it's going to give you, I feel, the green light to pursue this week what you've been putting off. I feel Seven of Swords, or that you've been hesitant to pursue, because maybe your thoughts or your mindset were telling you it was too much of a risk, and you were being hard on yourself, not realizing that you had all the imagination in the world, all the possibilities in the world open to you with the boy energy to make it happen. And yes, with the coin, okay, in a very tangible way. That coin energy is wealth. It's basically things that are material. It is prosperity. It's also gaining a leg up, okay? So if you consider, you know, you're moving on up in the world kind of thing, right? You're gaining something. You're gaining more than what you had previously. So there's something to gain here. Likewise, if you're getting the vibe that somebody's kind of keeping something hush from you, I think you're maybe being too hard on them even this week with the thoughts that are running rampant in your mind as far as what it could be. I don't think if a secret gets revealed this week, you're going to be disappointed in what that might be. I think it might, with the coin, actually be a present, a surprise gift, because it can talk about something tangible. And it's also Ace of Wands, some kind of next step is the feeling too. Because sometimes we receive gifts that kind of open something up to us. And that's what this is feeling like with Ace of Wands. Also, ooh, I just saw another scenario. Oh my gosh. Okay. I will throw it out there, but oh my gosh. Okay, so if we're looking at the scourge energy and we're seeing that as like a, you know, a disciplinary type of thing, there's somebody probably with the Seven of Swords who could be a secret admirer of you and is keeping it low key, keeping it secret, but they definitely have a passion for you over here, okay? And there's like their thoughts are a little naughty, okay? Just put it that way. Think of Rihanna's song. I'm going to put it in the screen, okay? Na, 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 come on. You know that one, right? Yeah, that's the song. Either you're thinking like that about somebody else this week, or somebody else is thinking that about you, okay? And they don't want to think about it anymore. They want to actually make something tangible of their thoughts with the coin. But they're kind of low-key keeping it secret. Maybe because they're afraid to tell you what they think or feel or approach you. But you know what? I honestly feel like this could be the week that they take the risk and see where it goes. See where it leads. Yeah, that was totally left field. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Well, I just need 2 cards. It could be that this person's being too hard on themselves, thinking that they don't have a shot. Maybe they see, you know, you as mysterious, or they are mysterious with the High Priestess energy, and they're keeping their secrets, you know, or their feelings a mystery in some way. I could see a little bit of that. But your intuition might pick up on it too, that they're kind of checking you out on the low. I wouldn't say there's like a creepy vibe to this, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You tell me if you feel that you have a secret admirer who's been checking you out, but, you know, the way they look at you is almost like, I don't know. You tell me. I hope that when they look at you, they don't give you the creeps. Anyway, that's never a good feeling. I know what that feels like. It sucks. All right, did I go over anything? I'm just looking at the cards. Like, did I miss anything? Like, I feel like I'm seeing so many different scenarios in here this week. Just be prepared that what was hidden gets revealed. You're going to get a green light this week, okay? Don't doubt yourself. Go back into your childlike mind where anything is possible with the boy energy, because you totally can make a goal tangible and possible if you take the first step in the direction of it. If you follow your intuition and the way that divine inspires you with that Ace of Wands energy, you can do anything. You might get over your fears this week of missing out on something or not taking the first step in the direction of something. You might get over that this week and decide you're going to stop being hard on yourself and you're going to make something tangible. Because consider that the High Priestess is something intangible. It's very subconscious. But I feel like there's something that's going to be brought from the subconscious to the conscious. And then like when that happens, all systems go. And you also have 2 5s on the table with the boy and the coin. 5s are about changes. And when you start something new, you are initiating something different, a change in a way. 7 is also an energy of spiritual path and purpose sometimes, spiritual enlightenment. Number 2 is also about balance, alignment, harmony with the High Priestess. You also have the 7-9, so another 7 there. And then the 9 is all about endings and conclusions. And then also the Scourge energy, if you add 7 plus 9, that also reduces down to a 16, which also reduces back down to a 7. So I feel that for some of you, yeah, this is about spiritual path and purpose, a risk that you're willing to take in the direction of a new project or goal this week. You're going to have to go back into your inner child, connect with that, to trust yourself, I feel, to follow your gut intuition and instincts, to pursue that and initiate action with the Ace of Wands and inspired action in the direction of the way that the divine spark has been lit and has been nudging you. Because you're not going to be able to avoid it for long, because there's something that's in your subconscious or your inner realm that wants to be brought forth in a way that's made tangible or material with the coin energy. And also, you're definitely going to have something to gain from this situation. So you're not going to lose anything, not with that coin energy. You're going to have only good things to gain. So in other words, what do you have to lose? Again, when opportunity knocks, that door doesn't stay open forever. There's going to be a requirement here with that 7 of Swords that you be opportunistic in the moment and seize the moment for what it is, to trust your intuition, to reach out and grab it. Because something wants to be brought forth. There's something that wants to increase in your life. Something that wants to grow in your life with the Ace of Wands as well. With the coin increase. But with the Scourge energy, we can be really hard on ourselves that way. And yeah, you're going to have to take action with the Ace of Wands. And maybe with the Scourge energy, be very disciplined to see it through once you decided this is what you want to do. Especially if it's, you know, something that you want to pursue. But you have the discipline, you have what it takes. You just got to stay present in your mind, heart, spirit, like a child. Go back to your inner child, be playful about the whole thing, and just approach it that way. Man, I hope this makes sense for you in that way. I really do like the boy energy. Again, just stay curious, right? Keep an open mind is what that is also saying. Keep an open mind. Stay enthusiastic. Try not to get in your head with the 7 of Swords. And I guess talk yourself out of it, because that can happen. I'm sure we've all done it. And don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, because if there's a chance that you can gain something really wonderful from this, especially something prosperous, or with the coin, wealthy, you know, healthy, happy, blessed, then it's going to be worth the risk. And maybe the dedication and that you have to put into it will be worth it, because the outcome would be worth it. Okay, we'll grab one more. Whoa, okay. It didn't tip over the whole way. There's something new that's trying to come in, and you're going to have to take the risk and trust. Keep an open mind. All right, what do we have here? Ooh, I like that. All right, expectation. Be open. Look at that. Keep an open mind, like the boy energy, right? Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. Expectation. You know, and I was getting the feeling that your intuition might be picking up on the vibe, right, of something that's kind of happening behind the scenes. It's this feeling of sometimes your intuition picks up on it before you have any physical evidence of it, right? But here's the physical evidence right there, because it's tangibility. Yeah, just stay curious, stay neutral, be the observer. Something is definitely getting revealed to you this week. And it's going to give you the green light. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we have destiny. It says, acknowledge your mission, align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. So especially if this is goal related, this goal is tied into your purpose, and you're not going to be able to fall asleep on it or hesitate to take action on it forever. It does feel like this is the week where you get the nudge and it's going to be very loud and you're not going to be able to avoid it. Sometimes the Seven of Swords will avoid things. You're going to have to leap in. Likewise, you could be avoiding taking action towards somebody. Like I said, if this is love reading, you know, somebody could also have been avoiding taking action towards you because they maybe doubt themselves. Again, consider that the Ace of Wands is a phallic symbol. That's why I'm saying that. And yeah. All right. So this is not, I mean, this is not a, one of those smutty channels, you know. So I'm not going to go into all that. I mean, I could read for cards like that, definitely. And it might be fun. Yeah, but I'm not one of those channels, 18 plus or whatever you call it, explicit readers. I mean, I could be, but that's just not my thing. But anyway, there's something here that's tied into your purpose and your destiny. Maybe it is a spiritual purpose with the Ace of Wands that the universe and your higher self are nudging you to pursue. And maybe you've been too hard on yourself about it all. But I think this is the time to expect the good things. Again, go back to that childlike state where anything's possible. You know, be enthusiastic about and excited about the things that could potentially happen. Should you go this route? Because, you know, I'll just put it this way. Like, some of us can self-sabotage by making excuses. You know, oh, but this, that, and the other. Well, okay, but everything you want, right? I always say that the answer is what's going to make you happy. That's the right answer. It's, you know, and I know it's a very simplistic way of looking at things. And, you know, somebody can say, oh, well, it's not everything's black and white. But sometimes it is. I mean, think about it. You know, it's like, what is going to make you happy? That's the answer. Because the thing that's making you unhappy is not the answer. So the answer is what's going to make you happy. What's going to make you feel like you're thriving. That's your answer. What would bring you joy? That's your answer. Because if anything's robbing you of your joy, not helping you to thrive, not making you happy, right? That's not it. It sure as hell ain't it. That's the no. It's like, say yes, right? Say yes to the things that are going to bring you joy. Say yes to the things that are going to make you thrive. That's where the answer is. That's always the right answer. But we get caught up in the what ifs, the doubts, the fears, the hesitation, the intrusive thoughts. We get hard on ourselves. We beat ourselves up with negative thoughts, you know, and all those things, instead of giving our energy to the things that we want instead, or the things that we feel would bring us joy, happiness, and satisfaction. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm ranting, but it feels like, I feel like that's part of what this reading is about. Say yes, because you already have the answer. The answer is what's going to bring you joy. That's why it says be open to whatever comes next. It might be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. And then it says destiny. Acknowledge your mission. Align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. There's something that you need to bring to the world, that you need to put out into the world, maybe. Something that's been in the subconscious of the High Priestess, but now needs to be made tangible. All right, let's get angel numbers before I keep going on and on. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers. These can confirm a lot of what I've already said in the reading and or provide you with additional messages that you need personally on the journey at this time. I don't recommend a source because it could be one you don't like. I never want to imply that one source is better over another, because there's many on the internet, and I don't want to also rob you of taking the journey to find the numbers, because sometimes when you do that for yourself, you come across other sign synchronicities Spirit needs you to see, know, hear. If I gave you a source, I would rob you of that journey and experience. I want that to happen. I say just find a source that, you know, speaks to your heart online and go with that one. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we have 9, 5, and 0. So 950. Wow. Okay, that's very interesting. Here, I'll show you why. Okay. So we have 950 is your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number. See what it brings to you. I hope that this long reading, okay, wasn't overwhelming anybody. Let me know if you appreciated or found something useful within this reading. Let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment to help support this channel. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Also consider maybe joining my channel membership for exclusive reading and content that I put out for members only. You could also support what I do by visiting my Etsy store. I have the link down below. Check me out there for personal readings when available. They're out there for a limited time only right now. I also have STARSEED t-shirts that I designed myself, and I have crystal jewelry that I make by hand also in my free time. So check out my store, pay me a visit. I'd be happy to see you around. Take care, much love, have a beautiful week ahead, and always keep shining.